Once again, I welcome you in the another episode of Business Studies. Today, we are going to see the classification of business activities. Okay? So, what is all about the business activities that we are going to study through this flowchart? You're getting a point? Yeah. By seeing the chart, it is clear that business is classified into two, industry and commerce. Business is classified into two, industries and commerce. What is business? Any human activities done in order to earn a money. In order to earn a money, that activity is known as business activity. You're getting point? So this business is again divided into two, that is industry and commerce. What is industry? First we are going to see the first part. What is industry? Industries is responsible, or industries are responsible to extract raw material from the bed of soil, from air, from water, and it also responsible to do the construction work, and it also responsible to multiply certain species. You're getting point? So this work is basically done by the industries. You're getting point? Although we know that every industry converts the raw material into finished goods. Apart from this, it also extracts raw material, it also breeds certain species, and it also does the construction work. You're getting point? So this was the basic services rendered by the industries, all industries. Industries again classified into three: primary industry, secondary industry, and tertiary industry. Primary industry is engaged in extractive of raw materials from the bed of soil, from water, from air. And this industry is also responsible for reproducing a certain species. You're getting point? For example, animal breeding, fish breeding, etc. Secondary industry is responsible for manufacturing as well as for construction work. This secondary industry is responsible for manufacturing goods. It converts the raw material into finished goods, and it also does the construction work. You're getting point? So by seeing the chart, it is clear secondary industry is subdivided into two, that is manufacturing and construction. And construction means it does various types of constructions such as road, tower, overbridge, flyovers, big buildings, etc. Manufacturing industry is again subdivided into four types: analytical, synthetical, processing, assembly. What is analytical industries? Analytical industries are those industries which is responsible to separate the various elements from one source. This industry is responsible to separate various resources from one source. Take the example of crude oil. From crude oil, we get kerosene, we get diesel, we get petroleum product. You're getting point? So this work is done by which kind of industry? Analytical industries. Okay? Synthetical, just opposite of analytical, that is synthetical. Synthetical industries does which kind of work? It combines various elements together and produce one goods. Okay? You're getting the point? It combined various elements together in order to produce a goods. Okay? And for this, you take the example of cement, fragrance, plastic items. You are getting the point? So this all comes under this category. Processing industries are those industries which has number of process in order to produce the goods. We can't produce at one site, one attempt. In order to produce the goods, we have to go through many processes. For example, leather industries, sugar, okay? Sugar industries, you're getting point? So they have to perform many processes in order to produce these all goods. Okay, so that is processing industries. What is assembling industries? Assembling industries are those industries, they buy or arrange components from different sources and they used to assemble goods and sell it. You're getting point? They used to assemble goods. After arranging components, after arranging spare parts, what they do? They assemble the goods. Okay? For example, assembling of computers. Even the automobile company does the same work, assembling of car. You're getting point? So this will be the suitable example of assembling. Clear? Then come to this topic, commerce. What is all about commerce? Commerce is a combination of trade and auxiliaries to trade. Commerce is a combination of trade and auxiliaries. You're getting point? So trade means what? The trade is a process through which we move our goods from one end to another end. This is called trade. So commerce includes trade, and auxiliaries to trade means supporting hand, helping hand to trade. All those helping hands which helps the trade to move on. So that is called auxiliaries to trade. So trade is again subdivided into two, internal and external. Internal trade means the home trade, domestic trade. When a trade has been carried out within the geographical limit of our country, within the boundaries or within the geographical limit of our country. Okay, that is internal trade. And what is external trade? When we used to carry out business in other countries or with other countries, that is called external trade. So internal trade is again classified into two, that is wholesale trade and retail trade. Wholesale trade means he is one of the mediator. Okay, wholesale trade, the person who does wholesale trade, we call him as a wholesaler. He used to buy directly goods from manufacturers or producer in bulk. This is very important, bulk, in order to sell it to the ultimate retailers according to their requirement. So that is wholesale trade. That is wholesale trade. Then what is retail trade? What is retail trade? Retail, the person who does retail trade, we call him as a retailer, and he used to buy goods directly from wholesaler in less quantity in order to sell it to their ultimate customers. So they are the retailers. Okay. Then external trade means foreign trade. When we do trade with other country, that is the external trade. External trade is again subdivided into three types. What are they? Import, export and entry-port. Import means buying goods from other country, that is import trade. What is export trade? Selling goods to other country, that is export trade. What is entry-port trade? Buying goods from one country in order to sell it to the other country. This is called entry-port trade, or it is called re-export trade. Then comes to the auxiliaries to trade. Just now I told you, helping hand, supporting hand to the trade, that is called auxiliaries. Without this supporting hand, trade is not possible. Okay. So what are those auxiliaries? Transportation, warehousing, insurance, banking, finance and advertising. Transportation, by the name itself it is clear. Transportation helps the trade to move goods from one end to another end. Okay. So with the help of transport only, we can supply or produce goods to all the corners of the country or in globe. You're getting point? So transportation plays a very vital role. With the help of transport, we can flourish the business. We can develop the business. What is warehousing? Because warehousing means a godown. Warehousing is a place where we can store the store the excess produced items. You're getting point? So After production, it has to be stored in a proper place till the season comes, till the demand comes. Or if any extra production is there, produced goods is there, that has to be stored in the warehouse. So for this reason, warehousing is needed. Similarly, insurance covers the risk. Okay, if any tragedy occurs in the business in future, that is going to be covered by the insurance company. So with the help of insurance company, we can flourish our trade. We can move our trade forward. Then banking and finance, if we need money, we can borrow money from bank as well as various financial companies, various financial institutions. You're getting the point? So every business need money. So we can borrow money from this bank as well as these financial institutions. You're getting the point? And then next one is advertising. Next one is advertising. So advertisement helps the business to educate the customer. Okay? With the help of advertisement, we can educate the customer we can educate the customer about the newly launched products or about the product, about the uses as well as the disadvantages of the product. When the people is fully educated, fully aware about the goods, they start buying. In this way, demand increases and our sale also blooms in the market. Our sale also increase in the market. Our sale also booms in the market. You're getting point? So this is all about classifications of business activities. See you next episode.